So first, welcome to this meditation and video. I'm so excited to have you here with me and excited to just share this knowledge with you. And the first thing that I want to do today, definitely, because I've had it brought up a couple of times, is I want to reframe hypnosis for you. Because a lot of people tend to believe that hypnosis is this state of being where you are not in your body or you're not aware of your surroundings, and that I could do things to your body or command you to do things, or that I would do that, which I totally, first of all, would not. But it tends to scare people away or steer people away from hypnosis. And so I just want to delete that myth from your mind, because what that is stage hypnosis. You've seen it in movies, you've probably seen David Blaine on the streets and stuff. And stage hypnosis and stage magic, they use misdirection, which is used to exaggerate reality just for fun and to make people smile usually. But hypnosis and magic with a K are ways to illuminate and learn about this reality that we're in and that we're interacting with. And so when I invite you into a hypnotic or trance state, I want you to be able to think of and be aware of, the scientific reality of what that state of being really is, right? I want you to know exactly what's happening in your brain so that you are more familiar and you can be more comfortable with it. So when I invite you into a hypnotic state, I'm inviting your brain to alter its rhythm, right? So it's at a natural rhythm when we're awake and we're just thinking at our natural pace. So what I'm inviting you to do is change your brainwave to an alpha brainwave. And we can actually do that by going into meditative states. We can change our brainwave. And so you might potentially hit a theta brainwave your first couple of times. Some people tend to fall asleep. And theta brainwaves are on the sleepier end. They're in a deeper side of meditation, and they can lead to sleep. So what we want you to do is stay in that alpha brainwave. And we want you to experience the alpha brainwave because that's where your meditative state allows you to be completely aware. You're fully aware. So I like to give an example because you're able to be focused in your consciousness and your mind, but you're still in your body completely. So my example, like you might have seen earlier, is I have cats. And so my cats often jump into my lap when I'm meditating and in trance. And I can still feel my cat. I can still love on my cat when I'm in a trance. I'm still here. I'm just focused on my mental state. So what I like to do, or what I like to call this state actually instead of hypnosis, is parallel consciousness. Because you're simultaneously aware of what's going on in your body, but you're more aware than you would be if you were just normal of what's happening in your mind and your thought process. And I like to kind of change that mentality for people, because even when people talk about meditation and starting meditation, they have this misguided thinking, which you get totally from movies, pop culture, any kind of meditation references. They kind of tell you that you have to empty your mind completely, and that's really not what meditation is. Meditation is becoming fully aware of exactly what's happening in your thoughts and just becoming an observer to that experience, right? Because we kind of are this ocean of unlimited reality in our mind. And the thoughts that come in are just currents, right, in the unlimited ocean, but they're temporary and they change all the time. And so all meditation is, and all hypnosis is really being able to observe those currents, right? Observe those thoughts as an outside observer and just be able to be aware of them and analyze them from that perspective, okay? And so I hope that gives you a little bit more insight on what hypnosis is and where we're going to go today. But if it didn't, I'm going to go even further, because I am a person that starts with anxiety. I'm familiar with people that have anxiety. And in my first case study, I actually had a lot of people that really wanted to do the work, and they were present and they showed up. But the problem is they had a lot of fear on what was going to happen. And so I want to go ahead and tell you and illuminate for you exactly where I'm going to take you, so that you know what's going to happen. And even if you watch this video before meditating, you watch this video completely fully aware of it the first time, that's totally okay, because I want you to be able to integrate this information into channeled for this experience based on the timing that's happening right now. But you can really use this anytime, anytime after this. But I've timed it to go with the winter and December of 2020 because there's a lot of potent solar energy and cosmic energy happening right now, a lot of potent alignments. And so I really want you to take this time to really come into your own, and you deserve this. And so as I channel these guides, if you hear the name of entities or entities make you uncomfortable, you can still listen in. And what happens is after I'm going to invite you into the meditative state where you can go into your own mind in different layers of your consciousness, so you can get your spirit guides of your own with you. So no matter who I call in, you can call in your own spirit guides, and those are the people that can be present for you. And this is all so that you can see everything from a bigger picture perspective of what your purpose here might be and what you deserve in this space. We're really going to just like open the doors for you and give you a whole bunch of information so that you can see yourself more clearly. So if that was too long, and to sum up, we're going to go through a meditation, and we're going to end on a note of confidence and peacefully taking the knowledge with us. So that's what you can expect from this today, and that's what you can expect from me today. And so you can take some of it or all of it. You can come back to this video over again and open more informational gifts over time, because the knowledge that you need from this will integrate itself into your mind as you go. So all that being said, before we start this, I actually meditated on some extra information that would be helpful for you to go into this. And one thing that comes up for me a lot, and it came up for me a lot before I was able to align with my purpose here, it was sometimes deafening for a long time, is that surprising how many amazing souls and cosmic energies and fellow humans here on Earth just don't really feel worthy of their own divine nature and the divine knowledge that they have, and they live with that. So sometimes it's buried in layers of your subconscious, but sometimes it's just all that you can think about, and it's deafening. Like me, like you're sitting here thinking and the thoughts are racing through your mind, and they're all of this worthlessness, maybe even a debt to society, and especially in the neurodivergent high frequency beings, like we cycle on it. And it's not necessarily narcissism, like, right? Like narcissism gets thrown around a lot nowadays, but that's because it's a defense mechanism, right? It's a malleable defense mechanism, but it's something that we've built a habit on pain as children, and we are trying to earn our place in this world, in this new world that we have with technology and divided attention in the world, and the unimaginable pain over time that every single human experiences, which is completely inevitable. It's an inevitable experience, and how we over that time think that we deserve it, and we rationalize and we validate that we deserve it. The thing is, and I just want to bring this to your attention, which you probably know this, but bring it to your attention again, is that we don't deserve pain. No matter who you are, no matter what your past is, like we as humans don't deserve pain. Pain happens, and that is a given. But the purpose here is to fix and heal the pain that's inevitable through our divine light and through what we do here. So we deserve our divine light, but we can't really realize it until it's like shoved in our face, which I'm here to do that. That it's already ours. We do deserve our own divinity, right? Because we own it already. And what we really need to step into and come into is our own divinity through our own worthiness of our purpose here. And sometimes we think that we're not good enough yet for our purpose, or we aren't perfect, or we haven't, like, we're not a better person yet, right? But that has nothing to do with who we are and our divinity, right? Our divinity is our birthright. Like, we start out our life with it. We don't come into this world deserving anything else or anything less than that, because it's already ours. And you might think to yourself over and over that you haven't learned enough lessons, or maybe you feel like you're just a beginner in something, or you're in a new space, or you're just trying to figure out what the heck you want to do in this life. Maybe you've tried to do something over again and you haven't really been aligned with it, or you ended in self-sabotage from your thoughts of worthlessness, or these worthlessness ghosts that you struggle with. So then you just get in this cycle of, well, I deserve this failure, I deserve this pain. But the thing is that success and confidence, or whatever it is that your dream is in this life, it's already yours. And the reason that I'm here today is because your future self is like here calling out out to you right now and is like, look, like I'm tired of you staying on this path of self-sabotage and like this path of cycles. And I'm here to call out to you to be like, look, this is your moment. This is your time for change. So this is the safest space that you could possibly be right now, is to reclaim your divinity and just like let go of those oaths that you've made yourself and lies that you tell yourself and the past life remnants and the karmic remnants that might be like stuck to you. Because this life is a new one and you can recreate this life over many times. Like even in this one, you can just recreate it from nothing. Many, many times. And one thing that I had to realize is that I can create even my own day within my own day. Like you get to pause and reset yourself anytime that you want. It's a great freedom. You're the creator of it, and you have to understand that like you are a partial creator of this place. So you have to like be welcome home in this place. So all right, now the second part of the information that I meditated on for this is that there are two parts to being human, and this is something that you again already know, but there's the mental, which is your soul, and then there's the body, which is your heart center. And a lot of people might resist this already, thinking that I'm asking you to right now become something new or something that is not you, that's not you at all. But I'm literally hearing and sensing the pushback, and I can hear it in my head because I used to have it, and it's like, but I'm not ready, but I don't know enough yet. I'm not this or I'm not that yet. I want to be that, but I'm not really sure, and I don't know how to get there. And I know too, because I was literally there not even 6 months ago. Like I had all of those thoughts running through my head. I was there. And this is so important. I'm not asking you to come here and be anything else. I'm asking you to just come here and be honest with yourself and allow yourself to be open in this space to be the true you and investigate who that really is. Because this is opening you up to the universal now, because it's screaming at you from the future that you can do this and you can get to the life that you want to be in, because you're already like right here and you're learning this information. So once you learn that time is non-linear like that, you can understand how it works that your future aligned you can even come back and like scream at yourself right now. And you can see in your life how many moments were like that and whether or not you listen to yourself in those moments. And so your future self is aligned in your purpose and is so happy, and it's calling out to you now saying like you are here to listen to this message and to take action. To start creating this road for your happy future you, and that can be so illuminating for you. Like really take the notion to your mind of like really what we're doing is we're illuminating you, because we're embracing who you really are, all your gifts, all your talents, the magic, the experiences that you've brought before this, and the life that you've had before this, and the life that you can create from that. And in that, I want to remind you that we live in the age of information, and not only that, but that you are so smart and you're able to seek out new knowledge and new growth. So you're already on the path to that life, and you found a guide, at least one, okay? And we're shining a light on the path for you. And I need you to be a you that can be open to seeing yourself clearly, in love and aligned mind right now in this second, and we're about to step into that. So, all that being said, are you ready to create that space for yourself? And just mentally say it, but also just type it in the comments so that I know that you're ready. Awesome. I'm seeing in the comments there's a lot of readies coming through. So are you ready now? I'm ready now. We are ready now. Okay. So again, we're going to prepare our bodies now for safe travels and for safety. So go ahead and get into a comfortable sitting or reclined position and just prepare your space. If you just want to prepare your space, I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to do that. Light your incense, put on some white noise sounds. I didn't put any behind this so that if you want to add some, you can. Go outside, what have you. You don't need to see me necessarily. You just need to hear me very clearly. I like to play jungle sounds of little frogs, grounding to one of my favorite places on earth. So you can ground to a place that makes you feel comfortable, feel safer. If you like the sounds of your space, if you like waves, babbling brooks, frequencies, So now that you're in your space, you're safe here, I first want you to just really breathe into your body. And just take a couple of conscious deep breaths into your body. And as you breathe, I just want you to feel a warm, happy confidence with every breath in. I just want you to fill your belly with this warm, happy confidence in whatever position you've decided to be in, whether it be sitting or reclined. Just feel the energy flow all the way through you, through your root chakra, and down your legs and into your feet. Feel it go into the earth where you're seated, all the way to the center of the earth, so that you is really a long root tendril that goes all the way to the center of the earth. And then breathing back into your body and just realizing that you are a very, very long taproot, grounded here. Then as you breathe, I want you to picture around yourself a circle of light. It can be whatever color you like, any color that feels safe to you. It can be white or translucent. It can be your favorite color. And as the light, like a candle, gets a darker version of itself, like a candle flame, to warmly flicker it into the heart of the earth, protecting your root and just flickering like that. And breathe in and out. And just let that orb of flaming light just fill you completely. And we're now going to call in our allies, friends and guides that are going to help us here. And these allies will join us in our circle of light. So just picture around your circle of lights like an 8-sided compass of light orbs. You're just going to invite them in. So in the north we have Sulis, mother of 1,000 waters, master of insight and the ability of water to really heal. Because we're made of water, Sulis helps us to cleanse at a cellular level and heal us from the inside now, as she washes us and dries us in the glow of her light. She's a warm hug to guide us in. In the northeast, we have Mary Magdalene in the Order of Magdalena, Mother of Miracles, and teacher, activist, mother of all wisdom. She's here to help us open our minds and to reawaken that curiosity that's within us. In the east, we have Ostara, mother of a radiant dawn, ready to birth that new path for you. She is the awakening, to awaken you now to your divine purpose. In the southeast, we have the stunning green Tara, mother of 1,000 stars, and I'm in awe of her glistening power just coming in. Boy, does she have wisdom for you. She comes to give us rapid understanding by empowering us to save ourselves. In the south, we have a divine empress we have coming in, Mother Diana, all-powerful high priestess, creator, mother of magic. She is magnanimous, a moon mother here to illuminate our shadow selves and all that tough work that we have done this year. She brings with her Luna and Hecate as the triple goddesses without form to bring in our transcendence. Coming in the southwest, we have Yamania, powerful oceanic creatress and African mother goddess. And those who come to Mother Yamania and surrender to her find that their troubles dissolve in the waters of her embrace. And it's now that you can surrender to her and embrace the abundance that she brings. Shining high in the west, we have Guinevere, a triple goddess of white light, embodying true love and grace, keeping us in the space of divine love and acceptance. Redefine love now to be unconditional, no buts or ifs. It's unconditional. You've been at your worst, and you're still loved. And you're here now to accept all the unconditional self-love now. And closing in the compass in the northwest, the beautifully abundant Lakshmi, goddess of bright futures. And behind her, Ganesha, overcomer of obstacles, so happy and smiling they are, and happy to be here for you. With these spirit guides and allies, we can begin our journey by just fill the circle of light to our circle of allies with your own energy. Really visualize it, fill that that space. And as you fill in that orb, feel that empowerment and that space that takes up. And as you breathe in, it fills to make it bigger and brighter. And you can't tell, but it doesn't shrink back down when you exhale. It waits for your next big breath. And your light ship gets bigger. And as you breathe, I want you to really zero in on the hum of your energy force. That is the frequency of light, and that energy has that vibration that's within you. And I want you to feel the power glisten down your spine, because we're not carried by our allies that I've invited. We're carried by our own energy and our own light and our own wings. And that weight that you feel on your shoulders that you just thought was gravity, I want you to just loosen your shoulders now. And I want you to just break through the immensity and the power of your whole wingspan. And just how much space that you embody and how much glory that you can define. And just feel that space. Sometimes it can be difficult to define where other people end and you begin, but here in your circle, in your ship, you connect to this world and others through that divine light. And you own the edge, right, of connective light. So just visualizing your orb, I want you to see the sparks shooting out, ready to connect to other people. And now all that power and light is your divine self in each spark radiating out as an opportunity from the central sun that is your heart. And feeling that now, I want you to go to the place, the last time that you felt truly proud of yourself. Could be a time when you accomplished something, achieving something, creating something, quitting something difficult. Go to that place and feel that in your body and just really investigate where that pride shows up for you. Is it in your chest? Is it in your head? Does it show up in your belly? Where does it show up for you? And feeling your center, but focusing upward now, spiral open that crown chakra in your head and feel like a waterfall of wisdom, just light pouring down your brain and brainstem, filling your face and your eyes with divine ability to see, right? And continuing to fall down your throat and back, filling your words and your heart with wisdom and resting safely in your belly, just filling you with love and courage, and just fill yourself with these waves of divine light. And if you feel hesitation or blockages in your crown chakra, I just invite Mother Diana or the Divine Mother for you to clear those cobwebs just so gently and just help you sweep your mind and loosen those blockages so that the light can just burst through your mind like a fast-flowing rush so that you can feel the embodiment of grace, because you deserve to feel this good. There you go. Just let the love and grace pour in, and you can just feel the flow now, and it's always being sent to you. You just have to open the door to receive your gifts. And it's cleaning you up now as it fills you, your emotional body, and it's repairing those holes from the inside. And your spiritual body, it's filling, and it heals your spiritual hurt. And in your physical body now, and in this moment, in this space, you can be free of pain because we're focused on the consciousness. And it fills all your shining light bodies as well. And I'm seeing you now, see yourself. And I'm giving thanks that you're here in any depth and in any capacity. But I invite you to just feel whole in how safe you are now, aligned and protected by your own light. So now with our guides and our allies and all of our powers activated, we begin to ascend up into the 7th dimensional plane, where instantaneous magic takes place, divine wisdom can be shared with you, and miracles are born. This is your omniscient conscious. This is your divine self. You are you. You'll always be you. We're just going aloft. So I want you to visualize your orb lifting out of your physical body, but still connected by light. So we're going to be parallel aware of your ascended consciousness and your earth body, with its root of light going down into the see your tower of light into the 7th dimension. And you can visibly see each dimension. So I want you to know exactly how to travel through. So let's together go to the space above your head, above your body, through the ceiling, or if you're outside above the trees, and you're above you, above this earth. You're where you are, and I just want you to float a little bit higher. So visualize yourself in the space that you're in, where you're at. Float a little bit higher than that, and now you can see the whole outline of your town. You can see the whole skyline. Zooming higher, you can see the outline of your state or your country, going higher into the ancestral cosmic space. And as you exit this earth, the exosphere, do you feel the welcome of home? And we're going to just keep flying. We're going to fly right past the moon. We're going to go past the sun. We're going to go past the farthest planets. We're going so fast. We're going past all the galaxies in the star systems, outward. Just keep flying all the way past the edge of the universe, the edge of the multiverse. And after that, you're going to fly through layers of light and dark, and then colors, and then brighter colors, and we're going to get all the way beyond the 3rd plane, beyond the 4th plane, beyond the 5th plane, where billions of dimensions exist. And we're just going plane to plane to plane. We're just flying up. You can still see all the way back down to your place on Earth, but passing through the 5th plane. And this is the realm of the Ascended Masters, but it's also the realm of other beings as well. So we're just going to get to the very edge where you'll see this rim of golden light. And you're just going to shoot right through the 6th plane, which is the plane of the laws of this universe. We're not stopping there. Don't stay there. You're going to shoot right through like an arrow through the air, and you're just going to look for that doorway of light. And allow the doorway of light of the 7th dimension to magnetize you back to the very source light of all life. And I'm seeing many of you fly into that space of your consciousness, and you're arriving now. So for those of you who are wondering, can I really ascend all the way into this consciousness? The answer is yes, you can. This is your home. This is your mother. This is your father. This is your true heritage. This is your divinity, where you came from. And you can come on up. Just take it in and dive into this ocean of light. So as you arrive here, I just want you to we're going to take 3 conscious breaths together. So I'm going to count 1. And as we connect to the source light, 3. You might just feel yourself diving in to that beautiful mother's milk ocean of light, and you can actually feel it now. And you're just letting go of all the particles of form that your consciousness is. You're letting go of those forms that it becomes very attached to in the human journey. And we floated now into that ocean of light, and let it just rearrange all the particles within you of what you think you are. Because we can work and we can rebuild ourselves now, and it's just not a problem in this space. So as you're wading through those lights to that one source light presence, you may feel your inner child. You may feel different parts of your consciousness expanding, blossoming, opening, because this is divine love. This is the unconditional presence of joy, of bliss, right? This is that divine mother consciousness, and it's always so happy to see her children come home, so happy that you're here and you've always been here. Just letting yourself melt into that love and just how much she accepts you and loves you for exactly who you really are. There's nothing wrong with you here. What she sees is a very brave warrior of light. And you've traveled across the cosmos in many different forms, many different forms, fulfilling purposes and missions according to your soul's destiny of growth and evolution. And it's so good, it's so holy, and it's so right for you to come back to the source of light from which you emerged, from which your soul was given birth, right? Unlike the human experience, we can come back to this space where our soul was given birth anytime. And it's good to take a little break every day and return to this space. immerse yourself in this ocean of light, you may begin to feel that radiance burning back thought forms and ideas of who you thought you were. And then it's really safe to just let that go. Because so often we get so attached to such limiting ideas about who we think we are. And I see that everyone has really come to arrive in this light. And that makes me feel really happy for it, for all of us, because when we ascend together, or when we all come together to do this work together, we can really accept that we're all this worried and we're all this concerned. And like, that's how ascension really starts to begin. That's how ascension happens, right? Because no soul left behind, no family member left behind, because we are a family of light. And as soon as we welcome each other home, as we welcome each other, that's when we feel this communion, that family reunion. And I'd love to invite you now, as you're feeling all of this, to one of my most favorite places, in the temple garden of the stars. And I'd like for you to just start to notice the rippling of white dragon scales against you, and that's your brothers and sisters right with you, all of these souls that are with you right now, heading towards those white marble steps, beautiful white marble steps. And the marble has these veins of living earth gold and ivy veins that are literally growing, and tendrils are just coming to life, and the marble is breathing with life, and the columns of the gold vein marble that come up as a grand entranceway to this garden. And as you begin to ascend the steps, and there are a lot of steps, we are doing so great, so beautiful. Everyone looks on this staircase, so beautiful. You're going to start to feel layers shimmering off your shoulders, and your body is going to rematerialize as you walk up these steps into the temple garden space. And by the time you get to the top of the temple entrance, you're going to notice that you're in ascension robes. Whatever that looks like for you. Your favorite color, they could be white with gold. I'm seeing a lot of white and gold in this space, and green, and colors that reflect the light. And all of our allies are waiting for you here. At the temple entrance, we have Yamania and Sulis. If you recall, goddesses of abundance and healing waters, and you see the beautiful entryway to the baptismal space. Yamania praising you, telling you important doors are opening for you now, just like this one. And it's your job to walk through them, so welcome in. And as you go through the gates, they are going to be anointing you with the purest water and holy water blessed by their consciousness. They're bringing that healing water to your heart and to your third eye, and what they're saying to you is this is a blessing of rapid understanding that they're bringing to you. This is to see yourself more clearly. Right now we came here to be human, and it's very, very heroic to be human at this time on this planet, and none of us should minimize that. In fact, we should be thanking ourselves every single day and honoring and blessing this life for what a journey it really is. And Sulias is bringing her hands and healing to the back of your heart, and you may begin to feel these beautiful waves of golden compassion fill the back of your heart. And I'm seeing many people that are receiving this blessing from Sulis, that there are just hardened layers of abuse and rejection and alienation, and she's just peeling them back one by one. It is happening in a very gentle and kind way that honors that of your ancestors. She's peeling back those hardened layers, and she's telling you now that this is your opportunity to start new, or to find in the core of your heart that beautiful, unbroken heart, because the healing power of water is great. And just allowing those hardened layers that have been protecting the back of your heart, what if divine invincible light could protect your heart now? Peeling back the hardness, you're going to be willing to accept and to release the old layers of defensive coping strategies, so that we can take on the spiritual light bodies of our higher self, which are truly the most potent forms of protection and regeneration for the human experience. And I'm seeing many of you, as you let go of those layers of them in between your shoulder blades in the back of your heart, many of you are beginning to allow your beautiful angel wings to unfurl from the back of your heart. And you have white wings, some of you have white with blue hue, some of you have purple, red, black wings, and they're just so beautiful. Whatever you imagine them to be, they can be iridescent, they can be feathers, they can be made of pure light or fire. Whatever color or form of your angel wings, I'm so grateful that you're able to unfurl the rainbow of energetic qualities that you are. And so I'm seeing right now in the temple gateway space is that so many of you are remembering what this feels like. This isn't new for you. You're remembering in this moment that we truly are angels, ancestral beings of light in human form. And how good does it feel to just relax into who you really are? And then all of these other souls are choosing to remember who they are. And see, the thing is that your wings are technology to the interface that is your golden dragon light body. And it's one of the easiest technologies to activate first, because we know the feeling of our heart soaring, just flying in bliss and happiness. And so it's one of the safest things for us to actually explore about who we really are. It's just better when we do it together. And Mary Magdalene is approaching now. I'm seeing her, and she's blessing the back of your heart with beautiful healing oils as Ostara comes forward to bless the front of your heart. And as Mary Magdalene is anointing the back of your wings as well, you may feel some of that oil going in and just breathing in a soothing balm energy for what you've experienced in this lifetime that may have felt very challenging to you or painful. And as Ostara touches your heart, you may begin to feel these waves of blue energy and green growth energy radiating out from your heart. And you can begin to hear the voices of thousands of other angels just singing in beauty within the temple garden, welcoming you home to the heart of the Holy Mother. Ostara says to you that springtime is any time when the light increases in your mind and heart, and when you're feeling illuminated, you are the painter here. You're painting the light on a brighter future for yourself. So now that you've been anointed and adorned and your wings are unfurled, I truly hope that you can see in this moment just how worthy you are to join the Masters of Light that are celebrating your arrival. So let's continue into the temple. You'll be walking past these beautiful white marble pillars and columns, and as you walk into the main temple complex, you'll see that there have been all of these thrones created for every single person that's here. But as you walk towards your throne, because you'll begin to notice the thousands of other thrones for everyone, but you immediately recognize the one that's yours. That throne that has been created specifically for you, and you are invited to go ascend to the throne of your own I am presence. You may even begin to notice that there's no ceiling to the temple, because there is this radiant light beaming down. And you realize that this is a concentrated area of divine consciousness, divine light, the throne room of divine wisdom. You're in this sacred heart that is just one aspect of the heart womb space of the Holy Mother. And that nothingness is what is supporting all of this light radiating out. So I'd like you to welcome all of the Ascended Masters that have gathered here in celebration of your arrival to become a part of the co-creation journey. And truly remember who you are. Like, really sit upon your throne. Make your wings comfortable. Find a place that's really, truly comfortable for you on your throne. And each of you now has a member of your star family, and you may have met them before, or maybe this is the first time that you're feeling or seeing or hearing that. But it's very important, because everyone is called to understand that you're in some way connected to a star family that is here present on Earth. And if they're on Earth, they may also be existing in the inner Earth and living within Earth. There are multiple types of consciousnesses here. So now you'll recognize a family member is going to be walking up to you towards your throne. They're going to be blessing your third eye and your heart, and also your solar plexus chakras. And I'm just sending you the personal power, hearing from these different members of your star family. Because it's really time to relinquish the idea that we're alone, and kind of really accept that you have this family that's been enlightened and that's watching over you, and that you are a part of our team, right? And that your family is working with all of the Ascended Masters, and is working with the Archangels and all of these councils of light together, and that you were brave enough to be our representative on Earth in this moment. there's like this reckoning between you and your family. And I'm just going to be quiet for a few moments. If there's any messages that you need to receive directly from your star family or the star family member in communion with you, just hear the messages right now, and I'm really just going to let you breathe into this moment and just listen to them. What I'm hearing over and over is that it's just really important for you to stop doubting yourself right now, because there's going to be so many ways over the next 3 or 4 years that the leaders here on this planet, the people who are running this planet, are really going to try to get you to doubt yourself. They're going to try to get us all to doubt ourselves on a completely whole other level. And you have to, and you can now know, and you can now remember this moment, and we can call upon your higher self and your oversoul and your guides and your star family to imprint this knowledge within every fiber of your soul. Mother Diana is here now. She's calling out to your divine knowledge imprint. She wants to make sure that it's clear to you now that you have divine knowledge, that you can help others through teaching, that your purpose is divine, and you've brought this knowledge with you into this body in this time to be a way shower of some kind, so that others may benefit from your experiences. And she beckons you. All forms of teaching are valuable, no matter how many lives you touch. We are divine and we share our light. And it's like turning the wheel of time for you in this moment and activating on a cellular level this remembrance of who you are. Millions of souls on earth are going to be depending on us, right? To not waver in the remembrance of who we are. And what a get to, what a privilege, what an honor that we get to serve at that level, because, you know, everyone looks at people like Gandhi or Buddha or the Ascended Masters, you know, all of the different religious, guides, and they think they're so cool, and it's because they practiced unwavering faith in who they are and their belief systems, in love, and they held up bar high for millions of souls that were grappling with their suffering. We're grappling with their pain. We're grappling with the unbearable pain of the existence of the human spirit, and they didn't know how to hold the bar high for themselves. And that's what we're doing as a collective right now for the entire planet, is we are raising the bar to say this is where we stand, and we're no longer going lower than this. We are only going higher. And that's what is happening in this moment, is like we are receiving our families, our star families, the recognition and the honor of the masters, saying that it's our turn now to hold that torch, to carry these sacred flames forward. But it's important to understand that they're right here with us to support us. They're co-creating this side by side with us. A lot of people think that they have abandoned us. They have not abandoned us. They are co-creating side by side, but you have to activate this. You have to take the action. And now I'm witnessing that the masters are very concerned, though, with some of the sacral chakra and root chakra damage. Okay, Hecate and Green Tara are stepping forward. They're incredible quantum light and medicine. And they're just asking you if there is any addiction to self-sabotage or addiction period, to darkness, to any substances that you're ready to let go of now. And getting ready to be sober to your sovereign divinity. And that the truest high of your own divinity and your higher self and the self-mastery that arises out of that sobriety, and they're coming in to help cleanse any of those entities, any kinds of attachment, toxic cords. Some of these are really holding you to suffering in other lifetimes, in this lifetime. It's really taking any demonic influences and binding those energies, completely clearing them out through the unconditional love and power of your own divinity. And this is what's called a divine intervention. They're here to support you in this. And it could just be being addicted to thinking poorly about yourself. minimizing your work, or maybe it's challenging for you to declare your personal boundaries because of trauma. And you can release that now, because it's safe to release that now in the temple garden space. And I'm feeling a lot of things, and I'm seeing that it's draining right out of your body. It's just not a problem, because we're in every sense made clean. Because this is the space of instantaneous miracles and divine knowing. And everything just releases instantaneously and dissolves when we're in this space of unconditional love. And it's secure here. There's no reason to be punished anymore for who you really are. And I'm just feeling the tendons of any codependencies or addictions attached to those energies just being dismantled and deprogrammed and just completely lifted up and out. And this is the power of your own divine self, your own I am presence, your own power. So you orchestrated all of this. Whatever you want to release today, whatever you're not ready to release, it's all okay. But it is a pretty cool opportunity to let it go and let it in. And so you may see now that there are two pathways coming into view in the temple garden on your right and on your left. And these pathways are connected directly to your past timeline and your future timeline. And in this moment, what in the path is magnetizing you, calling you? Green Tara, in her beautiful and infinite wisdom, was standing in front of you at the center of the path. And she says to you, choose the timeline now. You have carried yourself long enough, and peace does not come through struggle or strife. It comes from a clear and focused mind that is unchallenged by indecisiveness. So choose the path now. Once you make up your mind, the rest will come naturally. You see in front of you now your most important decisions is like a giant pool of liquid silver light. And it's reflecting back at you all the things you haven't decided, all the things you had cast shadows of doubt on, and now we're going to activate knowledge on your timeline thread so that you can face this pool. And you don't have to understand what that means. You can just feel an opening in your third eye, opening your heart for the sake of your healing right now. Just let your energy flow in that direction inward into the understanding. Because there is a timeline that's praying you into a new reality. And as you're focusing on those two spaces, Yamania, shining like gold, comes in from behind you, and with her golden light, she holds out a hand, and a drop of liquid gold drips into the pool of indecision, and she illuminates in this moment for you. Oh yes, this is powerful. This is your golden opportunity. And it drips into the pool of silver, and it illuminates it like gold. Open those doors. These are important doors, but you can see in the pool exactly, in clarity of heart and mind now, exactly what you need. And she says, dive in now, because if you hesitate or procrastinate, another opportunity may come along, sure, but you will have missed this one. And this one is divine. And it's time to take what's yours. Your prayers are all being answered right now. And there was your life before this moment, this jump, and now your feet and your reality is in a completely new path. So I'm going to give you 3, 2, 1, and we've jumped in now to our future because it's so safe. Just visualize that edge falling away of your past. And after you jump in is like this swirling of an unlocking down the back of your spine. And this is a Kundalini activation from your head, your divine crown. Great that it's all coming in now. There are enough people cleared, and we're receiving enough that now that initial light has readied us for this. So those of you who haven't had the divine genome activated at all within you, this is especially for you. For those of you that have activated your divine genome already, we're going to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to integrate this on a deeper, even greater level. So as you float in the crystal lake of understanding now, the Divine Light Masters have turned their gaze upon you. Don't worry, they're super loving. They're so amazing, and it's not intimidating. It's an absolute honor. And there are crystalline waves that are activating full body awareness of truth in your consciousness. And you now have what we call a divine genome. You may have heard Christ consciousness. This is your divine genome in love and in light that will never leave you. No matter how human you feel, if it leaves are brave and you can come here and bask in your own light because you're turning to living gold. Can you feel it? In this transformation, you'll begin to feel or sense that you're getting closer to the motherboard of crystalline chromosomes that are calling into your consciousness. Remember me. I am the living experience within you, your curiosity inheritance to call yourself to divine knowing. I am the motherboard map of your division. This is you. All your information that you need and that you get to share as you come into this space of divine knowing, immerse your consciousness into that motherboard of crystalline chromosomes. Because these crystalline chromosomes are the warm summertime of universes, and in reality contain every divine attribute of God consciousness that you are, that you have been given. And all of the Ascended Masters are watching and witnessing and supporting you. This is your crystal consciousness, and you can feel the divine spiral of energy flowing in actual matter in your cerebrospinal fluid and clearing in actual form in physical reality inside your brain. And we can feel the spiral fluid pumping down your spine, spiraling like the divine DNA spiral inside every cellular structure in your body, like a rush of cooling and warm water, cleansing and healing through your spine, going out to every nerve in your entire body. Your true divine sovereign teacher has never changed. This is your DNA, your memory. This is what's beckoning you forward into a greater awakening of who you really are. In that consciousness is now ever flowing. And we aren't stopping there. So the cosmic universe of your DNA, in every single body, there are billions and billions of electrons. And so we are leaping now at a quantum level, now looking at the lighter electrons, and we're flying through. Now losing you in your physical realm body can be left in the quantum. We are infinitesimal, and then go even further into the creamy origin thick blackness, that nothing that the universe comes from, and there is nothing but that black space that exists within you between every cell, between every electron, lightning flashes of light. There is nothing but a great black sheet of void. We go on forever. Within us is a universe, and without us is a universe. And in this blackness, be still. In this darkness, you can imagine anything. You can create everything. So be here now. In this infinity. In this is the quantum experience. This is also your connection to everything and everybody. But we are here, and we are raising black. But we are here, and raising back out of that black void, we create us. We fly in conscious creation past our electrons, our microscopic lights within us, back to the level of our biological DNA, now our divine genome, illuminated. And you can see it with its millions of facets of every color glistening in every dimension at once, spinning within you, spinning within your root chakra, your spine, your neck, your brainstem, now the crown, and shooting out of you is your fully faceted divine light, which you now know is you, and you also know how pure and deep you go into that black crystalline void of creation, to be curious of every infinite design quality that are unique and belong to you. You don't have to earn them. You don't have to spend 20 hours of meditation a day to get them. They already exist within you. And it's how you get to reclaim yourself from you. The viral programming and slavery of this world doesn't give you answers anymore. And in the pureness of this planet and the depth of emotions of this experience, that we get to discover ourselves as an omniscient, invincible angel of light. And you can now heal anything because of this divine genome, because of these divine qualities which could never change in this world of form. And I invite you to just imagine bridges of light set within to expand now from your divine genome to your biological DNA back on Earth, and in every dimensional plane, every single piece of DNA, send the bridges of light within every cell of your body, integrating the form of the gorgeous true biological DNA, divine neuropathic activation, and just breathe into these activations that are welcoming you home to who you really are. And what I'm seeing is Mother Diana, Mary Magdalene, and Ostara just coming in to clear any leftover remnants of shadow, forming a trinity of consciousness, allowing you to let go into this moment fully. 10, 9, 8, really being present in this moment. 6, 5, 4, breathing in fresh new energy of light. 2, 1. And Green Tara bringing in her collection of billions of stars to illuminate the pathways and bridges of light. She's gathering her celestial allies, and in each of us, that you're able to start seeing that you're connected to the stars and the people on this planet and the beings of star systems, in particular at a cellular level. And what fun this is for the souls that have traveled and volunteered to come so far across the universe to be on Earth at this time now, is I'm starting to witness dozens of lights that are running from your place, from where you're sitting on the throne of your I Am presence, all the way back to your human body, and you can just feel at peace in knowing that you are made from the same dust of stars. And I'm seeing now as our final temple guidance, Lakshmi and Ganesha come in behind her, opening up that Stargate portal between the different planes of reality for you to start merging your consciousness and all of these activations safely back to Earth, for you to truly integrate this abundance of mental clarity to the clarity of form. Wherever your human body is, it's seeing this transmission, but you're going to remain conscious of your presence at the temple gates, as well as the presence in your human body simultaneously. So you're not going anywhere, it's all just your consciousness expanding, and you can picture it because you've pictured yourself in the form of unlimited electrons, and you've pictured yourself as an immensity of light, and you can be and exist at every form in between as one cell of an earth body or as an immensity of electrons. Pretty cool, talk about being unlimited. But that's just with your personal consciousness, and then wow, look at what can happen in the worlds of form when you start to connect and what you start to create, what you have created and up to this point in this world and what you could create. So now that we're fully in parallel consciousness in the higher dimension and in the body, there's one final activation for this to bring it to a close. So in honor of this activation of your divine genome and the beautiful road to life that is ahead of you, this new set of skills and talents, and you've made it this far, so you owe it to yourself to no longer deny yourself the state of being about to be shared. So it's those stars from the prettiest galaxies blessed by Green Tara, and they are now imparting not only their wisdom, but their divine protective light, and it's powerful. And as you see each star and whole galaxy fill and flood your heart, each one going in, and it's growing bigger and bigger and brighter, and your heart is just swelling to the bursting point with this unconditional protective light and love, and the power bursts forth from you, and you are even beginning to feel that thick hot light just coming washing over your consciousness, and like the Big Bang Theory is happening in every fiber of your being of protective white light, and you are made whole, all the while in love and support. As you burst into this activative quantum transformation, you are activating a golden dragon light body, getting all part of the reason, your reason, that initiation and feeling that played in this transmission, unifying it, is this time present and irradiated now. Your golden dragon light body transcends. You may feel at a future time that sometimes you can get really down and it can make you very weary, but when you're in the presence of who you really are, and you're surrounded by actual light beings, light dragons, and divine consciousness, but also that you're part of remembering why it's worth it. Because usually we exist in this light reality, and it's just temporarily that we get to come down to this earth. And it's ready to release your human shackles, honoring the light bridges that you've created to transcend this knowledge back on earth and truly begin to feel present in your golden dragon light body. Begin to travel up and down your own spine Begin to travel down your legs is burning out, and just remember to breathe and blow out like a flame. Anything left of what no longer serves you. And you can just see down your dragon spine, your body going from your dragon eyes in the 7th dimensional realm, and your body transcending every single realm, and your tail being that root going into the earth. Okay, so finish off this, and as you are receiving this rites of passage cleansing, and just start by drinking in that crystalline light. And whatever you have received from this, we have again coming in their star bodies, Sulis and Astara, great and amazing divine masters who are raising their dragon heads into the space and raining their beautiful blessings over your new dragon body. They're raining blessings on your third eye, and you're in the front of your I Am presence. And also blessing us as a collective, our Green Tara and Murray Magdalene in their divine bodies, just raining in abundance and miracles on the third eye. And we have coming in for the heart chakra, heart center, pure love and light, Guinevere and Mother Diana, filling your heart with pure radiant fire, passion anew, ignite inside of you and inside of others, because it's our time. And in this final rites of passage, Lakshmi is walking up to you, and she's sealing this rites of initiation on behalf of the High Council. She's offering her support and her strength when there are those challenging human moments, and she's taking your face in her hands, and she's going head to head with you. And she's like, this is so worth it. And I'll be right here by your side. Oh man, is this worth it? You're part of it now. You're part of this army of light. And you're aware. And your descendants lost nothing. No memories. Nothing can stand in the way of pure light when it's burning this bright. And so I'm going to count backwards, and we're going to bring all of this activation and all of this information and all of this divine knowing back into your human body completely. This is the kind of experience that can become a true full body knowing. This is really exciting flight for these potently charged star seeds. Bring all of the I am, I get to, I can do from the temple gardens of the stars back on the lightweight of this stargate, right? 10, 9, 8, coming down. You can see it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and you see almost here. Home, 2, 1. Opening up all of your chakras of your human body and settle into the full body knowing that is this activation. And you're welcome back to set into this reality. You can open your eyes if you like. And I'm just so glad that I'm on your timeline in this planet, because sometimes you just have to lie down to just do a quantum leap, and you don't even have to understand what that means. You don't have to understand the details. That it really is a point of living, is allowing the prayer that is praying you into a new reality and surrendering to that. And call it prayer if you like, call it manifesting, call it checking in, whatever the title, the priority to ignite the light by yourself. And you're just the angel on earth to do that now. And I'm also welcoming in, to end this off, a changing of the guard. For those of you who love to walk with particular spirit guides or aliens or gods and goddesses or any other being or entity that no longer serves you for this new becoming, feel free to honor and bless your journey with them and allow whatever new counsel or family members that you've now activated, and angels, whatever the next upgrade is for your reality, just to welcome them in, because it's safe. And you're welcome here. They're welcome here. You may feel a little disoriented at first. You can tell them. And there's a season for everything. And I invite you to visualize as you come back to this place on earth. Remember your light orb and let it come back in as those angel wings. And those angel wings are coming around and embracing you. If you can actually get yourself a big hug with those angel wings. And I invite you to just see if you can say this out loud yet. Just thank you. Thank you. I love you so much. That used a lot of courage. You're so brave. I am blessed at this time to be living angel in human form. And if those words are challenging to say to yourself, that's okay, but you should keep practicing. Send them to yourself every hour, because that will be a part of changing your reality and really integrating this universal, unconditional love and grace. into this plane and getting on that path of your highest potential and soul flow, that radical self-love angel that you've been missing. And a lot of you, I can see a lot of you have allowed yourself to bring your star families back into this world to stand with you. And they're standing with you side by side, just as the tribe of guides for this compass activation are standing with you now side by side. And that's really exciting to me. Just imagine if you can activate others, and you've welcomed your star family to walk with you here in this world, and if they invite their star families, and then they activate others in their star families, and then further down the line, you see, how would that affect the ascension process on this planet for all of us? And we all just want to thank you, all of our friends with us. We love your star family, and we need your star family here. And so I give thanks to the entire group in this ascension. Every single time anyone ascends, and all the ascended masters, archangels, and star families that are officially here blessing us. And this is all that I can ask. To close this for you as a seal of all these activations in the light and the fire of our source energy and holy light, by the power of 3. Repeat with me. It is done. It is done. It is done. Power of 3. It is done. So is the Divine Trinity, body, mind, spirit. And I just invite you to just give your arms a little squeeze, give your legs a little squeeze, and just reawaken your body. Really feel how the presence of your body is receiving something like this. Coming back to this physical reality, it's so important to just be kind to yourself for the next few hours, actually for the next couple of days as well. Do be careful with yourself. Make sure that you're resting and fully integrating this in an emotionally safe way. Don't let this put a whole bunch of overwhelm or more pressure on you. What you're creating comes at its own pace for each frequency of being, because we're all on a different level, we're all at a different speed mentally and emotionally and physically. We're all at different levels. So be very, very careful with yourself and just be gentle. And I really hope that this has been helpful for you in some way. I'm super grateful that you just received everything that I said. And I send thanks directly to you for coming to my favorite place in the universe, even just once. I really hope that you feel welcome and invited to come back. It's such an honor to have been present with everyone here in this moment, in this for about an hour. If you loved this and you'd like to find out more about deeper sessions about me, BASK healing, healing work, activating your inner healer, and more, please check out my website. We've got a ton of new offerings for new releases. I have just released a 28-day program. I've also got a new herbal healing school in the works to be released January 2021. So be sure on the site to plug in your email for updates on those things. And I super look forward to seeing more of you in this work and more of you in this space. And just again, everyone, thank you so much, and blessed be. And it harm none, do what you will. Every shadow, no matter how deep, is threatened by morning light. So bask in it. Bask in you.